Follow your heart. Your brain is stupid. Pay close attention to your feelings. No matter how good something looks, if it doesn't feel right, walk away. If it doesn't feel right, chances are it is not right. You see, your heart is much wiser than your brain. Most people, when faced with a difficult decision, they go to their brain. Most people believe their intelligence comes from their brain, but that is not the case. You see, your heart is the most powerful intelligence in your body. Your heart is the intelligence that came before your brain. Most people didn't know that. Yes, your heart started beating before your brain existed. So the intelligence that created your body and your brain is your heart. We form an emotional brain long before we form a rational one, and a beating heart before either. Research shows the heart has 60 times the energy coming out of it as the brain does. Now you can understand how your heart dramatically impacts how your brain works, not the other way around. You can't trust your brain 100% of the time. Your brain wants to keep you safe from all possible forms of pain. Your heart wants to take you where you need to go. Living inside your head is not only dangerous, it is reckless. As Tony Robbins says, when you're in your head, you're dead. You're dead to the wonder of this world. You're dead to the beauty of this world. You're dead to the clarity of decision making and true peace that comes from following your heart. To get in touch with your feelings, your heart is the way to unlock all of your true potential, peace and clarity. Your heart knows the way. Follow your gut. Follow your intuition. If you feel like it's right, follow that feeling. Get out of your head and into your heart. Intuition, or following your heart, to act on sudden inspiration, has such a negative connotation in society. We are expected to think with our heads and be practical. But being practical or logical will never lead to true fulfillment or happiness. You can only get that when you live fully as your authentic self and follow your heart, even if that doesn't suit those around you. Jim Carrey said, "So many of us choose our path out of fear, disguised as practicality." As a society, we are so conditioned to conform to society's standards, which discourages us from following our intuition, from following our heart. We take the practical road because it is safe, less risky. But when we suppress the desire to act on divine inspiration, we build up tension so great in our soul that we begin to experience lower states of emotion, including depression, anxiety, and disappointment. We miss our path. And for what? So that we can feel safe? So that we can have predictability? Sure, predictability and safety have their benefits, but if your heart calls and you choose to ignore it, the consequences may far outweigh the benefits. Your heart will lead you to your authentic self. Consider someone who is being pressured within a family to join the family business, to do what generation after generation in his family have done. Will he follow the crowd and be safe? Or will he dare to pursue other avenues despite the hardships that may follow? When feeling compelled yet scared to take the road unpaved or unapproved, ask yourself the tough questions and be honest with yourself. Is there some other purpose for me in life, other than meeting other people's needs and doing what is expected of me? Am I more concerned with how others view me rather than my own happiness.
Everyone has been an underdog. Streams all the way back to Little League. When you were a toddler, people will look past you and believe that you didn't have what it takes. What do you want to do to prove them wrong? How are you going to go about that? See, it's beauty in the underdog. Because nobody sees you coming. The struggle of getting people to believe that if they put you in, you won't let them down. The struggle of making people believe that you have what it takes to get the job done. But remember, they will not see you coming as you rise, as you work every single day, tirelessly, for what you dream of. It doesn't matter who says you're not good enough. It doesn't matter if they say you're not qualified enough. The only thing that matters is that you're willing to work your behind off to change their mind frame. Embrace being the underdog. Embrace being the individual that they say cannot do it. This is what life is all about. When we see the underdog win, it puts belief in us. The underdog represents all of the people that's looked at as nothing. We are the true champions. Everyone on Super Bowl Sunday, they root for the underdog. Because it's something about watching the little man, the small people, the people that they say are not that talented. Watching them succeed. We had the whole world take our belief out of our head and stab us in the heart with a dagger and told us to not believe. But as they continue to stab, we continue to fight. Because they don't know about the nights when we cried, when we bled the pain out of our system. The blood was the tears. And the underdog is what kept us going. It was the dog underneath the trash, underneath the pain. And we fought to come out of that. Now watch the next time you say, forget the underdog. Because that dog has more bite than that pit bull. Keep fighting. The underdog is truly the greatest.
What does it mean to be an entrepreneur? I can tell you this, it is not for the faint in heart. It is only for the brave, the courageous, the calculated. Entrepreneurship is reserved for the resilient. Don't even step on the playing field if you have not counted up the cost of entrepreneurship. So there are two sides to the coin of entrepreneurship. There's heads and there's tails. And most people fail to see tails. They see heads, the face of it. They live on the surface, the lights, the cameras, the action, the yachts, the fame. But they don't see the blood, the sweat, the tears. Anybody that is willing to make the sacrifices, they stay up late, they work longer, they are more focused, pay the price, and get the job done and finish what they started. Those are the ones who will succeed. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to need to lead.
The world needs more creative, resilient, passionate, committed, focused, disruptive entrepreneurs. The last thing we need is somebody to come along with another good idea, but they don't have the passion, the perseverance, and the grit to get the job done. We don't need another person that's going to start something and quit in 6 months. Don't tell me you want to step into a room and dominate if you don't have passion. Don't tell me that you want to be a disruptive entrepreneur and you want to step into a room with a new idea and challenge and change the status quo and you don't have passion. Right now you may be in pain. Right now you may be hurting. But if you have vision, you are able to see past the pain and look into the eyes of the future.
Your perspective can either become your prison or your passport. It can either arrest you or release you. In 1903, it was the Wright brothers that defied the laws of gravity. And if you know anything about gravity, gravity will pull you down and keep you down. It will stop you from flight. It will stop you in your tracks. If you believe in something, metaphorically speaking, gravity will hold you down, it will hold you back, and it will dare you to fight. Your perspective can either be your prison or your plane. I don't know about you, but today I made the decision to defy the laws of gravity. The first successful heavier than air-powered aircraft was designed and built by the Wright brothers. They flew it 4 times on December 17, 1903, near Kill Devil Hills, about 4 miles. I believe possibility is destiny, and it is fear that keeps us arrested and apprehended by the spirit of impossibility. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and nobody else is gonna tell you this. Impossible is a spirit, and you've got to arrest that spirit or it will arrest you. Impossibility is like a soda fountain, the easy way out, the path of least resistance, because to say something is impossible, to give up, to cop out, to fill your cup of carbonated excuses, it tastes good, but it doesn't sit well as it goes down into your system. To remove the 2 letters is the grit of existence, the binding faith of hope to your chest and letting your heart beat. You got to rewrite the code. You got to rewrite the script. Calling all reformers. I'm calling all innovators. I'm calling all game changers. I'm calling all world shakers. I'm calling all city shifters. I'm calling everybody that has an inkling of faith in themselves. I'm calling everybody